The light in the living room was dim. Aunt and uncle sat high in their chairs, their faces enveloped in shadow, their expressions hard to discern. Uncle Gu Yudong opened his mouth and spoke. In the blink of an eye, you are both 15 years old now. Since you both have the talents of a Gu master, especially Fang Xiang, your aunt and I are proud of the both of you. I will give you both 6 pieces of primeval stones. Take it. Refining yogi consumes a lot of primeval essence, so you'll need these primeval stones. Fang Yuan took his bag silently. Fang Zhen immediately opened his bag, his face lit up with gratitude at once. Thank you, aunt and uncle. You have both raised me until today. This gratitude is engraved into my heart. I shall not forget it forever. Aunt hurriedly waved her hand and said warmly, sit down, sit down. Although you both are not our children directly, we have always raised you as our own. You both are able to gain a future, and we are proud of that. Alas, we do not have children of our own, and sometimes we thought that if you both could really become our. Her words brought deep meaning. Fang Zhan did not understand it, but Fang Yuan frowned a little. Uncle cut in and said, I have discussed this with your aunt. We thought of adopting you both and become a genuine, real family. Fang Zhan, I wonder if you are willing. Fang Zhan was stunned for a second, but the look on his face quickly emerged a joyful smile, and he said, to be honest, ever since both my parents died, I have longed very much for a family of my own. To be able to become a family with aunt and uncle, this is too good to be true. Aunt's expression loosened, and she laughed. Then you are our good son. Shouldn't you stop calling us aunt and uncle? Father, mother Fang Zhan, in a state of realization, changed his statement. Aunt and uncle laughed heartily. What a good son, not a waste of his husband and wife to raise you since you were 5 years old. And we have raised you for 10 whole years, and wiped her tears. Uncle looked at the silent Fang Yuan and said gently, Fang Yuan, how about you? Fang Yuan shook his head without saying a word. Big brother Gu Fang Zhan was about to advise him, but uncle, whose tone was unchanged, stopped him. Aunt and uncle, if there is nothing else, then your nephew will take his leave. Fang Yuan did not give them any chance to speak again. After he finished his sentence, he took his wine jars and left the hall immediately. Fang Zhan rose from his seat and said, Father, mother, big brother is not thinking straight. How about you let me advise him? Uncle waved his hand and deliberately sighed. Alas, this matter cannot be forced. Since you have the heart, as your father I am already very content. Servants, take care of young master Fang Zhan, treat him well. Then your son will take his leave. Fang Zhan retreated, and the living room fell into silence. The sun set below the mountain, and the living room became darker. In a wall from the darkness, uncle's cold voice emerged. Looks like this brat Fang Yuan has seen through our plot. Among the regulations of the Gu Yu clan, it was clearly stipulated that the eldest son at 16 years of age would have the qualifications to inherit the family property. Fang Yuan's parents had passed away, leaving behind a fortune. It was being taken care of by aunt and uncle. If Fang Yuan had also agreed to be adopted by aunt and uncle, then he would lose the right to inherit this fortune. If Fang Yuan at this year's age of 15 decided to be independent, he would also not conform to the clan's regulations. Luckily, we managed to win over Fang Zhan, and Fang Yuan only has great talent. Uncle heaved a sigh, feeling joyful. Then husband, if Fang Yuan decides to go independent at 16 years of age, what do we do? Aunt's tone was hysterical as she thought about the inheritance. HMPH, since he is acting undisciplined, then he can't blame us. As long as we catch him committing a huge mistake before he leaves us and expel him from our family, it will be counted as snatching away his right to inherit the legacy, Uncle explained coldly. But the brat is very clever. How would he make a mistake? Aunt asked, puzzled. Uncle rolled his eyes immediately and whispered angrily, you're really stupid. If he won't make a mistake, can't we frame him instead? Just let Shanghui seduce Fang Yuan and scream assault. We catch him on the spot, fabricate a story about him acting wild while he was drunk. Surely we can expel Fang Yuan? The dark clouds in the sky were getting heavier, and the night was getting darker. In the night sky, most of the stars were covered away by the clouds, leaving a few shining with faint light, blinking away in the sky. Aunt and uncle must be plotting on how to expel me from the house right now. In my previous life, they secretly instigated the servants to provoke me, and then framed me. Then they expelled me from the family. I wonder if there will be any changes in this life. Fang Yuan sneered in his heart as he walked along the streets. He had long seen clearly the true colors of his aunt and uncle, but he could also understand it. Men would throw away their lives in pursuit for wealth. No matter whether on earth or in this world, there would always be many people who would be willing to trample over kinship, friendly, and life for their own self-interests and benefits. In fact, kinship did not exist. In the beginning, when aunt and uncle took in Fang Yuan and Fang Zhan, their only purpose was to seek the heritage. It was just so that the two brothers were repeatedly unexpected. Pitter-patter. Big, Heavy raindrops fell to the earth, burying the roof of the verdant bamboo house, making brittle sound. The surface of the pond in front of the building was full of ripples as the rain fell, the fish in the water swimming loudly around. In the somewhat dim room, the window was open, and Fang Yuan quietly watched the heavy rainfall, sighing. It has already been 3 days and 3 nights. 3 days ago, in the night it started pouring rain. The rainwater would quickly wash away the wine fragrance. Fang Yuan could only stop his search. I guess in this way, I won't be able to find the liquor worm for a short period of time. To be safe, I can only choose to start refining the moonlight goo. While I refine it, if I can find the liquor worm during the process, it would be the best. What if I can't? Then this would have to do. But this matter is very common. A storm may rise from a clear sky. Something unexpected may happen anytime. In this world, who can do everything without obstacles in his way, having a perfect journey? Fang Yuan's thoughts were very calm. His 500 years of experience had long washed away the impulsiveness that he rarely had in the first place. The sound of rain outside the window has gotten lighter. This seems to be a sign of ceasing. Fang Yuan got down from his bed. As he was about to open the window, there was a knock on the door. Outside the door came his servant Shan Kui's voice. "Young Master Fang Yuan, it's me. It has been raining straight for 3 days. So I brought you some food and wine. Young Master can eat and drink and ease some depressed feelings." "Young Master Fang Yuan, the food and wine smells really good. I can smell it as I hold the box." Her voice was sweet and had a hint of longing and flattery. "Come, young master. Sit down. Your servant mustered her courage today and wants to accompany young master for a drink." She smiled like a flower, walking to Fang Yuan's side. Then she sat on his thigh and leaned her gentle body against Fang Yuan's chest, acting like a timid, unlovable woman, whispering in his ear. "Young Master Fang Yuan, your servant has always liked you. It doesn't matter what grade you are, I will always wish to be beside you, rely on you, and comfort you. Tonight your servant would like to give her body to you." She really dressed up today. She put on blusher, her lips like cherry powder. When she whispered in his ear, a delicate and youthful breath kissed Fang Yuan's earlobe. Because she was sitting on his lap, Fang Yuan could feel her well-shaped figure easily. Her elastic thighs, her slender little waist, and her soft chest. "Young master, let me feed you wine myself." Shan Kui picked up the wine cup, raising her head and taking a sip. Then her eyes fixated on Fang Yuan, her small cherry lips a little opened, slowly leaning over to his mouth. Just at this moment, Fang Yuan scoffed, his tone disdainful. "So it's just a power play." Shan Kui's face became stiff, and she swallowed the wine in her mouth, trying to pull forth fluttering. "Young Master Fang Yuan, what are you saying?" Fang Yuan's eyes were emitting cold light. He stared into Shan Kui's eyes, placing his right hand on her snowy white neck at the same time, slowly pressing it with force. Shan Kui's pupil shrank, and her voice was full of panic. "Young Master, you're hurting me." Fang Yuan did not answer, but his hold on her neck grew stronger. "Young Master Fang Yuan, your servant is a little scared." Shan Kui already had difficulty breathing. She was looking flustered. A soft pair of hands subconsciously grasped at Fang Yuan's hand, trying to pry his hand away. But Fang Yuan's hand was strong like iron, unable to be pulled away. "Looks like uncle and I'd let you come over to seduce me and frame me. This must mean that there are already people ranged downstairs." How Fang Yuan laughed coldly, adding, "But who do you think you are, coming to use tactics on me, with the 2 piles of garbage of rotten flesh on your chest?" As he said this, his left hand climbed up her chest and ruthlessly grabbed her soft breasts, making it incredibly deformed all of a sudden. Intense pain flared from her chest. Shan Kui's eyes were round and wide open. The pain was so great that her eyes were full of tears. She wanted to scream. The Fang Yuan gripped her throat so strongly that in the end she could only sob for a few times. Then she started resisting strongly, for she really was going to suffocate. But at this moment, Fang Yuan slowly relaxed his grip. Fang Yuan laughed lightly, stretching out his palm. He gently stroked her cheek, his tone carefree as he spoke. "Shan Kui, do you think I can kill you, or not?" She looked at Fang Yuan with terror on her face, seeing this young man smiling all over his face as he gazed at her. At this instant, Shan Kui vowed to herself that she would never forget his eye for the rest of her life. This pair of eyes were not mixed with the slightest emotion, dark and profound, resembling a deep ancient pool that was hiding a horrifying beast. "The person before me definitely dares to kill me, is able to kill me. Oh heavens! Why did I come and provoke this kind of devil?" Shan Kui's heart was full of remorse. At this moment she longed to turn and flee. But right now she was still on his lap. She did not dare to run away, not even able to pluck the courage to do any action. "Since you as a personal servant girl have been serving me for so many years, I won't kill you this time. Since you want to escape from slavery, go and find my little brother. He's stupid and knave." Fang Yuan retracted his smile and patted her cheek, his tone plain like water. With a sigh, he finally said, "You can leave." Not long after Shan Kui left, Fan Yuan stood up and left as well. No matter what, he could not stay at this residence anymore. A wise man sees and mitigates foreseen risks. What more to say for a devil? When there is insufficient strength, only a fool would put himself in danger. Fan Yuan ultimately decided to move out.